that's Devin Champlin over there. So good to hear my friend Devin Champlin sing for us on this Jamboree morning. Feeling good right here. Just gonna spend a little time with you over here at the kitchen table stage and see what happens. I invited some people to come by. I'm not sure when they're gonna make it. We'll just be waiting for the knock on the door. Come on in. Just who I was expecting. That's Daniel Sloan coming in over there. And when we have guests, we just go with a quick draw. And I'm going to step away and let these guys take over the living room. Sloan, thank you so much for coming by. That's strangely backing him up there. They never say much when they come around, but it's always a pleasure to have them here at the kitchen table at the Subdued Stringband Jamboree. That's Daniel Sloan there. I got some bandana buddies coming along to join me here on this rainy morning. Clouds are talking to each other, talking about going somewhere else, but they're still hanging around. You know, my town is like your town. It's kind of like a lot of other towns. Nobody else is hanging around downtown anymore. Everybody's staying at home. Maybe they just go out to the store. You know, my town is not like your town. It's not like every other town. Nobody's down there hanging around. Everybody's staying home. You get to feeling a little bit alone. My town is a lot like your town. It's not like everybody else's town. We're just sitting around. Sometimes we're feeling down. We're turning on the television to try to connect. My town is like your town. It's like a lot of other towns. Nobody's downtown. That's the place we'd go when we needed to be around people we didn't even have to talk to, man. And we could just be around town. There's no town if you can't go downtown. Be in the park, be in the street, be in the bar, be in the restaurant. You see the other people, you see the humanity surrounding you. But now we're home in our little boxes. Sometimes it gets hard. You know, my town is like your town. It's like a lot of other towns. There's nobody downtown. Nobody's hanging around. Reminding each other that there isn't each other. The only images we're getting are through the screen. Getting what it's like to see, to touch, and to feel. My jamboree is a lot like your jamboree is like a lot of other jamborees. It's so strange when you can't have someone to hug you or hug me. My jamboree is like your jamboree. It's better than no jamboree. And so we're here, can't you see? It's a tin can jamboree. My town is like your town. It's a lot of other towns. Nobody's downtown hanging around. Everyone's just at home, feeling a little bit alone. From my town to your town, across the oceans, to the up and down, the Antarctica and the Arctic. Down to Australia, my town's like your town, like a lot of other towns. Nobody's hanging out downtown. We're forgetting what it's like to be around. I don't want to forget what it's like to be around. So it's good to be around the Bandana Band now. My town's like your town. It's like a lot of other towns. Nobody's downtown hanging around. Ah, fellas, thanks for coming by. Send this song out to Jefferson Hamer and to Eamon O'Leary, who played on this song when we made the record there in Brooklyn, New York, a long time ago. And Eamon and Jefferson took the photo that ended up in the artwork, back when people bought albums that had artwork. It was important to have a nice one. They got a shot of a sign that was a road sign right in between Dingle and Tralee. Why no road finer than Dingle to Tralee? Claire by my side, my hand upon a knee. She was halfway sleeping, we barely talked at all. Just like in Alberta, the weather's good there in the fall. And the trip has been a fine one because the company, friends have carried me along, I carry them with me. There was a cottage in the burn, an old friend took us in. Dinner was laid out, a bed we could crawl in. We'd slipped out of Galway, that gig it was a bust. I don't do what I need, I do what I must. And the trip has been a fine one because the company, friends have carried me along, I carry them with me. She sang Coyote, I sang Oh My Shooting Star. One Mitchell, then another, the songs filled up that car. She took me to see her granny, biscuits and tea. My grandmother's dead, that meant a lot to me. And the trip has been a fine one because the company, friends have carried me along, I carry them with me. Oh, I don't know road to find Dingle to Tralee. Where by my side, my hand upon her knee. Feeling so good this morning. My old friend Jacob Jolliffe ended up here. He's a COVID evacuee from New York City. How long you been here on the West Coast?
About 4 months.
4
now.
months.
Yeah, and then the first, about 12 years, way earlier in my life too.
And you're missing that New York City summer right now.
That's right.
That
yeah,
hot all the
I
time
know.
feeling.
Poor me. Yeah.
Yeah. I like being hot, you know.
Yeah.
But being hot in New York is kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's that 105-degree garbage that's everywhere.
Long before I got to meet him, I was aware, when we started the Jamboree, I was aware there was a kid called Jake that was somewhere in Washington or Oregon who was a very fine mandolin player. And maybe I've told you this before, but there's a brainstorming piece of Jamboree paper that exists still in my file somewhere from about 03 or 04, which reads, Mando Kid Jake in the possible lineup options. And so it's so cool that Mando Kid Jake is really here with us right now. So let's
Adopt that moniker.
yeah. Yeah, it could have been good for the old career, you know. We got about 5? All right, we got the Sweet Goodbyes coming up. They're going to whisper sweet nothings to you in a little bit, but we got one more tune for you here. And I'll do, well, I would call this a trad tune, but I don't know how trad it is.
Big Sayota?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
Pretty trad?
Hopefully nobody wrote it in the last 70 years that I'm forgetting about.
Where did you first learn this tune?
It's probably one that I can't even remember.
Yeah.
You know, just through osmosis, through jam sessions.
Yep.
Yeah.
When we started the Jamboree, there was a band called the Barbed Wire Cutters, and Mike Rigoni was around, and it was sort of out of this scene we had going that we decided to have a Jamboree, and we always used to like playing this tune. Back in the era when I was considering booking somebody called Mando Kid Jake, who I'd never heard. Let's do a little bit of that old one that everybody loves so much. Jacob Dahl over there, Mando Kid Jake, as I know him. And we got David Pender Lofgren back here. And are we ready over there, or should we do something else for a moment? I know what we'll do. We'll just remind people that it has been 20 years. I hope we have at least 20 more. I hope you remember to bring everything you need. It's always a shame to leave the festival site to go to the store. But if you forgot something, maybe you can borrow it from me. 'Cause when it's blackberry time in Bellingham, it's jamboree time for me. Here come the sweet goodbyes. They'll be singing just for you. They're gonna keep the party moving right along. They're gonna do it sweet and true. I'm looking forward to the show. But I gotta say, it's not a jubilee when it's blackberry time in Bellingham. It's jamboree jamboree time for me. I have been alerted that there's sponsors to this show. I'm not sure if I'm getting alerted that we're gonna run the reel with the sponsors or if it's just quite frankly time for me to go. We're gonna let you know all the things they do, these sponsors do for the jamboree. When it's blackberry time in Bellingham, it's jamboree time for me. That's right. When it's blackberry time in Bellingham, it's jamboree time.